Hi, this is Walking Testimony. Today I wanted to talk about expectations, and sometimes things don't turn out the way you want them to, but you make the best of it and you're grateful for it, and then God will reward you. So anyways, I wanted to go ahead and start the Bible verses that go along with I had my walk with God and ask him different questions, and these Bible verses came to me. Psalms 37:23, Matthew 6:33, Psalms 55 verse 22, James 5 verse 16, Jeremiah 29 verse 11. And this one just came to me today because my pastor was talking about fasting, for God to show you his glory in your life and situations that you're praying about. And so Exodus 33, and I forgot the other one, but we're supposed to be praying for God's glory. So I wanted to tell you a little story. So I had been given a blessing, and then the devil messed it up a little bit. Things didn't turn out the way I wanted them to, and I was upset and kind of like not seeing the gift that God gave me, but just seeing what didn't happen, and just looking at it that way. So I've been spending a lot of time, I felt like God was teaching me something, that, I need to be grateful and thankful for everything. That, don't let the enemy, when the enemy tries to, things don't go the way you planned, and the enemy frustrates or tries to make the plans not come to be the way you want them to be, that, don't worry, because God's going to work everything out for your glory. And so anyways, let me go back to so one of the Bible passages, God said the steps of a righteous man are ordained by God. So and I was like, okay, which I know, because even the worst situations in my life have brought me so much closer to God. And before the passing of my baby boy, I didn't have a relationship with God like I do. I always loved God, and I've always, wanted to be in his life, but it really was, I guess you could say I was lukewarm. I wasn't really passionate for God like I am now. So, he works all things together for your good. And that wasn't one of the Bible passages, but that's just what's coming to my mind right now. So he was reminding me, and there's things that I hadn't thought about in a long time. And one of the things was, on Valentine's Day, I was really, really, hurting, and I was just really going, I really missed my son, I guess I wanted to see if I can know that he was okay. And I found a rose on the side of the road. I was going for a walk and I found a rose on the side of the road. Now, other people taunted me and said, oh, it's Valentine's Day, somebody must have gotten in a fight with their boyfriend, just threw the rose out. And I understand that could have happened, but just the odds of finding a rose on the side of the road, and it wasn't like a rose somebody picked from the garden just threw out. It was like a store-bought, and it was in the little thing that you get. Like it was perfectly. And if somebody had thrown it out, it was perfect. Like the flower was fresh and beautiful, and it wasn't bented up or anything. So God was letting me know that was a gift from me, saying that he was hearing me, he was feeling my pain, he understood. It's just a gift from him, that rose. So I don't care what anybody else says. It was a gift from God. So that was one of the things. And then I have a video called The Ring, about an experience where I had where my husband and I were going through almost getting divorced, and we had a vacation planned together, and we'd gone on vacation, and I wasn't wearing my wedding band because I didn't know. He said he didn't love me anymore and stuff, so I didn't know what to do, so I just took off my wedding band. But God corrected me. I woke up in the middle of the night and I heard like a thundering, like a loud thunder, like boom, like you hear in the middle of the night and get woken up by lightning and thunder, but nobody else heard it but me. And I could hear the audible voice of God in my mind saying, I was wearing a ring that I bought, a ring that I'd bought. I wanted to wear it in the place of my wedding ring, which I know that's wrong now, but it's to take that ring off and throw it away and put on your wedding band. So I had my wedding band in my purse and I put my wedding band on. That was the other thing that God reminded me of. And then I remember me and my husband going through that stuff. I couldn't find his wedding ring. And I ended up finding it, and God told me to put it in the Bible. He said, this is where it needs to be. So I put it in the Bible. And around that same time, I found a letter that my husband had wrote to me after we were married for a couple of years, or maybe we were married a couple of years or like a year or something like that, when we were newlyweds, about, his love for God and things like that, and how he loved me and loved God and put God first in a relationship and stuff like that. And that gave me strength, because he's just fallen away. His relationship with God isn't the way it should be. I think he's a little bit confused. But I don't want to talk about that right now. Just so that gave me hope and confidence. And then when I was in Texas, I had those visions, and I have a video about that, my vision with God. And then I went to a conference, and I was believing for my marriage to be restored when I got back from that conference, for going to that conference. And when I came home, my marriage did get restored. So that is my, those some of the things that God reminded me of. I guess when things aren't going the way you plan them, God gives you hope and reminds you, of the things in your life that, the things in your life that you're waiting on. So I the things in your life that you're hopeful for, and just to strengthen and give you faith and hope. So one of the things he was saying was, with the things that didn't turn out the way they turned out, he's going to give me a second chance. He's going to make and the second time it's going to be even better than the first time. So just remember, have faith, hope. And God is a God of second chances, of forgiveness. When others see your mistakes, he sees your needs. So just remember. Thanks. Bye.